So I want to make another video. I redo my video because I was making a video about wheat waffles and just literally I was like, man, I just want to beat up this person. Like I want to punch him in the face, man. 'Cause I literally I cannot stand these so-called black pillars, man. They are cancer. Their philosophy is a cancer, and it is freaking screwing people up, man. And I think like men need good advice in the world, and it sucks that people like wheat waffles have so much influence, because there's a lot of men who really are giving up hope, who are going to go. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Joker, but as a person who used to like think this way, like, and still is working on changing, I'm like still like, I mean, some of this shit is in my head still. Some of this black pill shit is in my head, guys. I'm gonna admit that, but it's not manly. We need to look at this as the way that the black pill is actually the most beta, like, I guess beta. I don't really like using that term, but yeah, the black pill is extremely beta. It is the most beta thing you ever think. If you think about it, it's really beta. It's like, oh, you don't even have a chance because your face jaw or your height or your whatever's wrong with you, you're out of the game. One of the things that he says that is really bullshit is about height. Specifically, as a shorter guy, it particularly offends me, not because he's necessarily because he's completely wrong. Like, there's some things that are wrong. Like, obviously, as a shorter guy, you have a disadvantage. Thanks for telling us. It's like, thanks for reminding us, man. Like, short men need hope, man. Like, all of us need hope. As a shorter guy, it's definitely harder when you're on Tinder. Like, I don't even go on Tinder anymore because obviously it doesn't work for me because I'm a shorter guy, or I didn't post the right photos. But that's besides the point. My thing is that his information is going to kill people. Not only is this type of information bad, it is dangerous, man. People don't recognize that the black pill is actually extremely dangerous for everyone. Like, a bunch of men who are rejected, who aren't getting laid, are dangerous to society. Like, and I feel like people who want to, like, we don't understand that this is a lot bigger deal than people put out. Like, men, this is kind of what's put under the rug. Like, most of the time, whoever's a school shooter, like whoever commits shootings, everyone blames the guns. Everyone's like, guns. Media always does it the same every single time. Guns. Guns are the problem. Guns are the problem. Not the way that we treat men. Not the way that society's completely abandoned men. No. Not the fact that when you're bullied, you get shoved into a corner and there's no one helping you. Your family isn't helping you. You have you can't even imagine how bad it is if, these kids that don't have fathers. But the thing about the black pill is that you are kicking sand in a wound that is already bleeding, a person that is mentally probably depressed, unstable. I've been there. I completely understand the mentality because I've been in this dark place where I resented people because of this. I resented society for rejecting me for, my looks and my, stuff that I, needed to work on, but I wasn't given the guidance. You know what I mean? The resentment really comes from the fact that we just don't know. We want to figure out. We just want to learn, and the fact that there's information out there that is false being put out here that is completely false. We just need to understand that, guys. The black pill is false. First of all, it's false. It's just not true. I've had a girlfriend. I've had girls attracted to me. I really just don't believe the whole fucking height shit because I've had fucking girls. It's not really fucking like I can't attract a woman. So if that were true, I would never have had a girlfriend. I've had a girlfriend before. I've probably had more girls than wheat waffles. I've had more experience actually talking to women than this pussy ass bitch. The reason I call him a pussy ass bitch is because he's a negative mentality, and yet he thinks that talking to other men and talking down to them, giving them a negative mindset, is going to help them. That is what people in the black pill. Whenever you watch a black pill channel, which I've watched a lot of them, they always are. They're all the fucking same. They're always like, and also they hate on other men. It's kind of fucked up if you think about it. To raise themselves up, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's some things I hate on Hamza for, but I'm not gonna ever go and say to like Holmza like, oh, his girlfriend's ugly, or I don't do that shit. Andrew Tate does some of that shit. That's why I like Andrew Tate. There's actually a lot I like about Andrew Tate. You just need to remember, I'm not a hater of Andrew Tate. I'm actually a big fan, but I think I'm just not a fanatic. I'm not like, oh my God, like some of these people posting shit on on every NoFap group I go, every masculine group, it's something about Andrew Tate. It's like, guys, you can like Andrew Tate, but you just don't need to look at Andrew Tate as your main role model, man. You need to like have standards for yourself, and I just feel like people like Andrew Tate aren't necessarily the greatest. I just don't understand why he is the face of like people like Elliot Hulse are way better. Like there's so many people that say things and like do things that are just as rich as him and have done so many cool things as him, and he is not that special. He's like just another Dan Bilzerian guy. I don't understand. I think it's a phase. It's a fad. The obsession with him is a fad, especially because he got canceled. And like, I'm honestly, I hated that he got canceled, because that's the reason he's so popular. That's why his ideas are spreading like crazy. Because, and this is the thing, the black pill, the red pill, like this is going to lead more men down the wrong route. I really believe that. I don't think that Andrew Tate is leading people down the right route. He might don't. I know that all those people are going to bring up the stupid arguments about how he like donates all kinds of shit. You can donate shit. Like you can be a so-called good person, and you can do all this stuff, but that doesn't mean he's a good person. I don't think he's a good person. You know what I mean? I don't think that, just like I don't think Elon Musk is a good person. Like Elon Musk, I'm a big fan of his stuff. Like I think a lot of the stuff he does is good, but there's a lot of messed up stuff he's done either. He's not a good person. These super rich people need to realize, guys, these are not good people. These are like some of the worst people on the planet. These are like really bad people because they exploit the system. They exploited the Matrix. These are the people that use the Matrix against you. You understand? They're in the Matrix. They are the Matrix. They like Andrew Tate is the biggest example of someone who is the Matrix, pretending to be on our side, pretending to understand what the regular guy is going through. I mean, this guy's a millionaire. He could give a shit about other men. Like, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care about men. If he did, he wouldn't. Why would he have a fucking, like, why the hell would Andrew Tate have a mansion and have this Hustlers University where he's basically at the top of the pyramid if he gave a shit about men? He'd be donating his shit to homeless people. He wouldn't have this attitude of, like, oh, if you're a fat guy, I wouldn't resuscitate you if you're not a hot bitch. I can't. I'm trying my best impression of him. If you're not a hot bitch, he's such a little pussy. Like, for a guy who's fucking such a fighter and shit. Like, not saying I could fight him. He'd probably kick my ass. Like, I'll admit that he's probably a good fighter. Like, and he's earned his shit, but he's so egotistical. That's the problem with him. It's like you can be successful, believe it or not, Andrew Tate, without being so egotistical. Your ego is so high. That's why I don't respect you. Your ego is just too high, man. I just don't respect your egotistical talking. You're so much about yourself, but yet you act like you're the guy to be helping men. We don't need more men like you. We have enough egotistical men out there. We have enough like guys that say this. I have $1 million, and it's like, okay, you have a Bugatti. Okay, what are you? Okay, you bought a Bugatti with that money. What about the homeless guy down the street? Where are you? You say you're a man of God, Andrew Tate, but you are a sinner. You are a freaking hypocrite, man. Like, you are not the person that should be representing all of us. I'm sorry, just gonna be straight up. Like, just be straight up, man. Like, you are not I do not believe you're a man of God. If anything, you're a man of Lucifer. Because you are so conflicting. Like, I can't even, the problem is I can't completely hate you, but there's a part of me that really respects you, weirdly enough. But there's a part of me that really doesn't like you because your ego is so high. I think I think Andrew Tate, if you just brought down your ego a little bit, you might get more respect. Because you're compensating for something. You can just tell. Because you're just so much about your ego. You're so, like, you're narcissistic. I can't explain it. Whereas I hear from people like Elliot Hulse, I hear from other people who aren't, hell, even Elon Musk, he's not like that. Even though I think Elon Musk does some fucked up things too, and I'm sure he is somewhat narcissistic, but you just don't see that as much. You know? Like, and he's far richer than you. Elon Musk is like, dude, I bet Elon Musk probably doesn't even know who you are.